No hero limits here as well, so we can actually see duplicate scenarios. We've already seen double tracer a little bit on our control point map earlier today. Whether that will continue to be the case here or not remains to be seen. The defense picks, of course, essentially are locked in already as they have to actually go and set up here. So it's going to be RTR on McCree, Lynx is going to be on Junkrat, it's going to be Symmetra for Draceus, Zenyatta for Bromas, it's going to be Reinhardt for Reinforce, surprise, and Vonathil is going to be playing that Lucio.
A little bit surprised to not see like a Torbjorn in the beginning for them on the attacking side. Oh, actually, maybe not. Maybe they'll transition a little bit later on, but a Torbjorn Symmetra together gives you so much health that you originally wouldn't have, and of course 95 it's going to be armor in the end. But here we go, about to kick this one off, 3 seconds to go, and it is a best of 1. We'll see how this map plays out on Hollywood.
I'm just going to set us up here for a little bit of a long-range view. So, okay, on the attacking side here as well, doesn't seem like they're actually doubling up on anything in a big way. Rel initially just trying to press forward and maybe just get in people's faces here, but doesn't seem like it's been able to do too much. And actually, a Torbjorn attacking here for DNR Shadow. That wasn't a very long-lived turret whatsoever.
No.
I don't really know what the plan for him is going to be, Jason, going forward.
To be fair, I mean, Torbjorn does a ridiculous amount of damage, especially if you can hit someone in the head. But look at that pull Symmetra right away. Can't get the follow-up to kill her off. And actually, will get pushed back himself. The problem with having a Roadhog in your team is that you give away a lot of free ult percent because you have no armor, you have no shield, and you're just a big fluffy health target for people to get ultimate charge off of. So he has to be relatively careful to not take too much damage. Pavel will get the kill on Jakeus, so Teleporter won't be coming down on this first wave. But the attacking side of Project X are being relatively slow, relatively cautious, it seems.
Reinforce trying to shield Bromas from a Symmetra orb. We all know that's not actually possible. You heard the sound. That's a Teleporter available here now. Finally, I dare say for the defending side. This is the attacking Symmetra.
Should be the attacking side, actually, because Jakeus got killed early on, unless I'm mistaken, but we'll see. As actually finally pushing onto the point here, some good damage being done actually out of the Symmetra. The charge, I don't believe actually going to connect onto anyone, unfortunately. The Symmetra ultimate, Zenyatta ultimate, chance is going to be popped here, but now it's a little bit short-lived. There's no one else really to heal off of this, as you have 3 men on the side of Project X defending this payload.
Yeah, Pavel now going to use that Transcendence as well, keep that team alive, but RTA can still get finishes there with Deadeye. Now, quickly getting around the corner, Pavel. Looks like they both got stunned up there by one stun grenade. Pavel eventually going to have to fall here, and as good as Rel was doing, he's eventually going to be forced back as well. And now Reinforce is going to make his way back out. Teleporter is up. It was a attacking teleporter, yeah. And Ash on your screen now was the one who just walked through that.
Yeah, it's a little bit lackluster, though, since it's on this first initial point here, and Drakeus should have his up. It's actually going to place his teleporter down. There you go. It's just a few seconds later inside that building. And that will be actually a really difficult position to defend, especially when there's a tracer in the team. Rel, if he can get into that backline quick enough, he can take down the teleporter and actually escape. But the way they're holding, I think, Flatearth, they're actually going to be in a perfect position, a prime position, to actually protect this one. And so far, Flatearth have put on a stellar defense. We're about 2 minutes and 10 seconds in, and it's not looking any easier for him.
Rel just got eaten by a trap there as well, and of course there was an explosive charge underneath it. Now the hammer comes down. I think it was only Shadow that actually got caught by that one. Sound Barrier was also used at the same time, and that's enough, at least at this stage, for Flatearth to be able to push back. Now Cass, he was on his own here as well. He thought he was back towards safety, but no, he's actually being pushed out against here by Flatearth. Rel, again, continuously looking for opportunities to get in, but you can see he's on his own for the most part here, waiting for the rest of his team to come in, so he just needs to wait for the regroup, and it will be forthcoming. I don't know why Shadow's still going for that Torbjorn play. Maybe he wants to set up a turret behind the enemy team or something similar. Either way, he can give away some armor at least, but seems like an interesting play.
Well, at least we can both agree that's an interesting play that's just not working at the moment for him.
Sure.
Just hasn't been able to get things online the way he wants to, and he's been struggling quite a bit in this game so far. Has gotten some armor down, got the Molten Core as well, which does allow him to be a very beefy tank for his team. They do push in the right directions. Cass has been able to get around to the side, pulls Reinforce back in, gets the kill onto him, so that's 1 man now down. Ciaz gets the whole hog going as well with the help of his Zenyatta to help keep him healed. However, healing just 1 man like that isn't necessarily the most desired target, so probably able to push on the point. Symmetra will fall, Jakeus goes down. The teleporter, I believe it's actually gone already from the amount. You just know it will, as we see there, it's completely not, as Reinforce just comes in with the hammer.
Yeah, there's so many turrets set up there as well. The Cat's being the slow-moving beast that he is, just got caught by them all here. Now, at least there's an attacking teleporter available here as well, so you might see that be a possibility here, but that just went down. You saw the defending one fall, and that is because of Rel here in the back line. So, teleport advantage, I guess you could say, to the attacking side. Whether they'll be able to make good use of that, Jason, is another thing entirely now. As you can see the turret being set up there by DNR Shadow, he just can't seem to get it in a good spot. I mean, attacking Torbjorn definitely has his downsides, and that's the charge coming through as well. And Arkadorf just got completely melted as Reinforce is able to press forward with a charge.
Well, if we can tag him with Rel, because he's been into his backside for the majority of the time, but he hasn't been able to accomplish much, and just as quickly as we go to him, he actually just goes into the front line of his team instead of staying back there. The harassing didn't really work out too well. He got held back by a couple of Junkrat traps, a couple of Symmetra turrets. He didn't run into them, no, but he had to sit there and kill them off before he could push in anymore. And again, we're down to about 35 seconds left to go. This is going to be the final attack, and only Ash really has his ultimate online, which you're going to need more than that. You're 100% going to need more than that. You need that Transcends at least to push in, especially when you're going to try to work around an Earth Shadow that will be coming out of Reinforced relatively soon.
Still now, Shadow's going to try and come forward and have a crack at this one here as well. Now, Torbjorn without turret kind of seems like a pirate with a peg leg, which is very appropriate, I guess, given his kit at the moment, but he can't really do too much with it there as well. Just trying to fire there with the Rivet Gun, not really getting much done. Now an Arkadorf is going to get blown up. That's a pretty darn good hold here by Flatearth. It's going to be very, very, very hard, I think, for Project X to really get any traction here. Rel, Discord Orb on him as well. It's just a matter of time until he goes down, and that's going to be a successful first point hold here for Flatearth, not even letting Project X get to the payload.
And you saw Rel there at the end. He struggled to even get the 1v1 up against Bromas on the Zenyatta. And when you're playing a Tracer, you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to pick up that kill because you're pretty much your team depends on you. At least it used to depend on you to be able to pull off that 1v1 situation, which relatively is easy for you. Now play the game. How often do we see it on Zenyatta now when it isn't a Transcendence?
When he picks up his balls like that and goes in for it, fair enough. I mean, play of the game system's been a little bit strange now since the changes have been made. You got your Sharpshooter and your Lifesaver and all that sort of stuff. But Bromas had a good game. You mentioned him as well being very, very hard to deal with. There was always a Discord Orb on a squishy target or on a priority target there. Using Zenyatta as well. Props to the man for that one. So, here we are. Obviously, this is a best of one, right? So this game could be over very, very quickly again. So apologies to you guys for that one, but that's just how good Flatearth are. If they can just get control of the payload, they take the first point, they will win the game. That is because, of course, Flatearth were able to stop Project X from doing that full stop. Not often that we really see a solid first point hold, but we've seen it just there as well. And, of course, definitely off the back of strange strategy coming from Project X. I don't know what the attacking Torbjorn plan is. I don't know what that should look like in reality. Maybe he gets behind onto that platform on that main point, the really high one we often see Widowmaker sit on. I don't really know.
That's a big if to be able to pull it off against a team who is a Flatearth's caliber. I would hope that wasn't the strategy they were going to be going for. But I mean, I guess you're just trying to. The thing is about Torbjorn, if you're going to play him off the bat, that means you're really confident and dependent on your damage dealers of your team to pick up those kills so you can get that scrap, to give it to your supports, to give it to your assassins, to get into that backline to kill more people. And it just wasn't happening. So the Torbjorn pick, maybe it needed to be switched a little bit earlier on. Just unfortunately didn't really work out too well. And now all Flatearth need is to capture that first point to win this map.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and Flatearth can as well. They can cheese this. I mean, I see 3 Tracers picked right now. It wouldn't surprise me if they stay with that, maybe multiple ones. They might just be messing around. We're not really taking their picks for gospel right now, but we are obviously looking at the picks of Project X because they obviously have to pick and then get set up on the point. So you can safely assume that this is what their lineup's going to look like here. So we do have a Reinhardt, a Zenyatta. We've got a McCree, Lucio, Symmetra, and a Reaper here. Interesting to see what Cass is able to do in this case. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess expecting some of those bigger bodies to be coming towards him, but if it's going to be some weird cheesy Tracer stack, then he's going to have extreme problems. And this is what happens when you don't have a hero limit. This is the kind of the point actually as well, because we, not only us, but also Blizzard are very interested in how competitive players take the game and try and break it. So if we ever see that, then that is just part of the game's development here at this stage. That's why we don't have a rule for hero limits. It's because it's important to see how pro players try and break the game.
The thing is, this is the up and downside of failing your first attack, is that they can go for something like this, and they can beat you with it. And even though, I mean, they could have went the attacking side, they still would have held them off at the first point. It's just kind of how the game plays out, and you have to be very confident in the side that you're going to pick first, and also be very quick to switch out when you do need it. The 4 Tracers rushing straight into the point, trying to actually pull off a couple of 1v1s, but doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen yet, as they're just sticking together. Defending team Projects is actually pulling this one off pretty damn well. The problem is that no kills have been traded either way, but Cass will finally pick up the first one on Drakeus. The first Tracer's down. The second's down. Can we see the third?
Yeah, Artia had a Discord Orb on him, managed to get rid of that one there as well. Going forward, wants to try and find Ash, but he gets stunned up there as well. Somehow rewinds out of it, and might actually be able to escape this one. That's pretty darn troll, as Lynx managed to get on towards Rel. Did fall. Of course, Arkadorf able to just hold the mouse one and actually get the damage down now. So here comes that second push. Pulse Bomb in the middle. That's a huge Pulse Bomb. Ash, Shadow, Pavel, all fall there. RTA really making it hard, and this might just be a simple capture now. And Arkadorf falls. They're going to have a few Tracers on point here as well. just dashing in and out, but I think they've got this one pretty well secured, Jason, and that is, that's going to be that.
Yeah, I already know what the play of the game is off that too. And you can have those other two Tracers just push forward to prevent them from actually getting up here to stop this from capping over. And the whole team's going to try to rush in. They might be able to get there just in time. And they will do just that with Shadow joining with Pavel. But it's just two supports on the point. How much work are they really going to do? And it looks like they've at least been able to hold on long enough. As now Winston's joined the party. Ash switching over to that one, just trying to buy some more time. As you can still see the points contested.
That's the unfortunate part, is that Project X only had one opportunity to, I guess, adjust to this cheesy strat being brought out, and that's GG. It's going to be already over, of course, because, well, all they had to do, Flatearth that is, was capture that first point, and they did that in pretty impressive style. Yeah, it's cheesy, no doubt about it.